Oh, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning. I'm going to have a sip of coffee here. I'm not used to doing live streams at 9 a.m., but we're going to give it a rip because a lot of stuff is going on, man. And we're going to get started. We're going to get started in about 5 minutes. So if you're just coming in, let me know you're here. Bring your coffee, bring your water, whatever you need to do. Come on in and join us. Today we're going to have a lot of information to share about Bitcoin and where we're headed and all kinds of factors leading to why we had the pump yesterday and what else could be going on. So we're just going to hit a lot of different things, have a little fun this morning, and I'm going to have a little sip of coffee because I need my coffee in the morning. I'm not sure about you guys. If you guys need coffee to get up, and get moving around and help you get motivated, put it in the comments section or in the chat box. Let me know where you're from. Come on in, say hi. We're going to get jamming here in a few minutes. I'm going to have another sip of coffee here because I said I was going to and I did not. So let's give this a shot. Oh, man. Talk about Bitcoin. Man, it's just been crazy. It's been crazy. And it's just given us a taste of what we can expect when we really hit a bull run. When we really get a full-on bull cycle hitting us, man, whew, good. So that's going to be great. Oh, so by the way, if you're watching this on the replay, if you want to skip past here and go to the 5-minute mark, that's when we're really going to kick in. We're going to get started. I'm just giving time to people to join us. And yeah, man. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. And I'm going to have another sip of coffee here. Man, talk about Bitcoin cranking it. And of course we know that the markets, everything, goes with Bitcoin. So that's kind of where we are. Again, I'm just waiting to get started. But if you're here watching, just drop a comment in the chat section. Or if you're watching this later on the replay, let me know where you're from. And I'm excited to see you guys today. It's a beautiful day here in Florida, Wednesday morning. And yeah, I'm just stoked to be here. And I'm excited to get started. So we got a few more minutes to go. So as some of you guys may know, we're just here shooting the breeze for a few seconds before we get started. I teach martial arts also, and I have been for about 30 years. My hair is wild and crazy this morning, guys. It's like sticking up all over the place. Time to get a haircut. Even though I don't have much up here, it just needs to get so it's not poking out all over the place. So anyway, make sure the door's shut. Okay, the door's shut. Well, good morning. Here, I gotta make sure I don't spill coffee all over the place because that would suck. Let's do this. I'm gonna say hi. And if you're here again, let me know you're here. Oh, you're going to do that to me. Hit that thumbs up. Tanika. Oh, you're on my Facebook group. How stoked is that? That's great. Nice. Did I spell that right? Oh, okay. Hey, sometimes in the morning, man, it takes me a minute to get going. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, my crazy hair, everything going wild and crazy, but that's okay. We're here. Man, I'm stoked. Are you guys excited? I hope you guys are excited because this is just, we got one more minute before we get started, and we got so much going on that this was just a taste of where we're going to be when we hit a full-on bull cycle. But what I was saying, because I get sidetracked, is I teach martial arts. That's what I do. That's what I've always done since I was a little kid, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? You don't really care about that. So I've been teaching out of a dance studio, and it's awesome right here in my local area. And man, the great people, dance and martial arts kind of work together. So that's really exciting. The reason I'm saying is I've never done that before. So talk about taking me out of my comfort zone. Wow. And, with Bitcoin, it's kind of taken us out of our comfort zone over the past 2 years. Over the past 2 years, man, we've been dealing with some very bearish stuff going on. So it's nice to really see things happening. We're just about ready to get started full on. And, hit that like button. Let me know you're here, where you're from. And, okay, 9:05, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. So what I want to do is I want us to go take a look at what's going on over at CoinMarketCap. We're going to take a look at sentiment, see what's going on. And let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Okay, we are at 71 in the fear and greed index. Now that's a, wow. So just yesterday, we were over here in sort of like, we were still like, I think in the good area, but it's been steadily climbing over the past few days. And now that we're in 71, this is, you know, obviously fear, greed. Fear, people are overselling, getting out. Here, people are kind of coming back, you know, accumulating, which, again, nothing I say here is financial advice. It's not meant to be financial advice. You know, this is just what I'm doing, my own thoughts. Of course, you know, do your own due diligence and do your own research before getting involved in any crypto project or making any investment decisions. Maybe consult a financial advisor to help you with your portfolio. All I'm doing here is just giving you some information. So let's take a look at where we are now today with Bitcoin. And we are just going to click on this guy. So we are at 34,000, but you can't see that. So let's do this. Move this over. And I'm going to make this smaller, you guys. There we go. That's better. So we're at 34,000. So we hit 35,000 yesterday, but we're going to go through some you know, a news story that came out that I think had a big part of it dropping. But as you can see, and we're at the 1 day chart. So we are way down here. Now we're starting to come back up again. So we're on a slow rise, which is great. You know, again, if we're looking at where we are now, we're down. But if we go to, like, say, the 7 day chart, you know, well, there you go. You can see we're up like over 21%. That's huge. And this brought everybody else with it, right? Bitcoin brought all, like, Ethereum and all the altcoins, even like smaller cap ones. And I'm going to be doing a video about this as well. Oops, I just kind of gave that away. But we just get an idea to see, you know, where we're going to be headed. Now, you know, when we were in the bull cycle, we were at what, 60 some odd thousand or something like that. It's going to take us some time to get there, but I think we're going to get there again. And what I want to do too, by the way, let me know you're here, say hi. I like showing charts, and I like giving you guys a context of what's going on. I'm not going to spend tons of time going through all of this, but I just want to go here. And we dropped quite a bit yesterday. And the reason that we did that is, let's go back to here again. So let's show you guys. So this was yesterday. This is on this is on Cointelegraph. So BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin ETF mysteriously disappears from, then reappears on the DTCC site. When this disappeared, we started seeing an immediate drop in Bitcoin. So I'm going to just read this real quick to you. Again, it's really important to keep up on what's going on with events. So BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF listing staged a sudden reappearance on, and this freaked everybody out when it disappeared. Of course, you know, when you have FUD and FOMO are two very powerful emotions. So FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FOMO is fear of missing out. All right, so you can use that as a rhyme. So BlackRock's, okay, we saw this already. So let's scroll down, take a look, see what's happening here. And this was yesterday. This came out yesterday. Ticker for BlackRock Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund ETF has reappeared on the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation's website after disappearing for a few hours. This is really strange, but you know, stuff happens, and we don't know behind the scenes. The price of Bitcoin surged to new yearly heights following the October 23rd surprise appearance of IBTC on the website, with markets frenzied over the sign of a potential soon-to-come spot ETF approval. When the ticker quietly disappeared From the site a few hours later, Bitcoin's price slumped nearly 3%, indicating that much of the trading activity seems to be hinged on watching ETF-related developments. Yeah, this is a huge catalyst, guys. We cannot underestimate how huge and important this is for the whole of Bitcoin and also for the markets. Everybody is watching. Even though I think people who are not even into crypto and not into Bitcoin, they're watching as well, because if this happens, I think if and when we get this approval, you're going to see I think anyway, again, not financial advice, a huge pump in BTC, which will carry, as I say, the rising tide lifts all boats, which will raise everybody else up. So understand, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the blue chip, all right, cryptos. They are the grandfather, grandmother, whatever you want to look at it, of crypto. Altcoins is everybody else, okay? Everybody else other than Bitcoin or Ethereum are altcoins, all right? Some higher cap, some lower cap, but gives us sort of a sense of context. Senior Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric, oh man, you kill me with the names, Balchunas pointed out that the drama around the IBTC listing seemed to be responsible for briefly crashing the website. And I want to kind of go into this a little bit. Then this just kind of shows that it's reappeared upon its relisting. It's Twitter highlighted under the create column, blah, 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 blah. All right. So responded to the query saying he believes it indicates BlackRock is getting everything ready to launch it and when they get an SEC approval. So what's going on? And they just kind of reappeared. So I don't really necessarily want to bore you guys with the whole thing, but if this is accurate, chances are there. Now understand, BlackRock is one of the, if not the largest asset managers in the world. So they are, I'm just going to let this pop up. They are like heavy hitters globally, okay? And I want to share something with you guys in a second about them. So this can be overstated, guys. I'm going to have another sip of coffee before it gets cold. Getting cold already. When this gets approved, you're going to see Bitcoin skyrocket. And I think it'll bring it, and I think that ushers in the bull cycle. All right. That's just my opinion. If you have a difference of opinion, put it in the comment section or in the chat box, guys. So let me know what you think. All right. Because I want to hear what you guys think. Let's have a discussion about this, right? Because I think, why did it disappear? I don't know. Maybe they had a technical glitch or whatever happened, but I want to go back to something I talked about with when it comes to like crypto and stuff. I wish that we weren't so, as crypto investors, so jumpy, so quick to jump ship. That's why I'm going to call out Dogecoin. A lot of people, Dogecoin is this and that and everything else. I will never, and I have never invested in Dogecoin. The reason why, and this is just me, is because I don't want one person to dictate the market price of a token. If you have one centralized entity that could come out and post or say something that could either make the token go up or go down by just them coming on Saturday Night Live or saying something, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a part of that. That's too, because then you could really manipulate the market with that. So I stay away from Dogecoin. I know a lot of people have made a lot of money with it and great on them, but I just don't have the temperament to deal with that. But what I want to do now is, and I couldn't believe when I saw this yesterday, so I want to show you guys this, because this is something that kind of surprised me. Let's go back here. All right, so let's do this here. All right, so BlackRock is fined $2.5 million by SEC for incorrect investment disclosure. So this came out, yesterday, I believe? Well, this came out 2 hours ago. But yesterday they were basically suing. They came out and SEC said, well, we're going to, come after BlackRock because they, with their disclosures of investment. And everybody was like, are you serious? You actually coming after BlackRock like this? And somebody called it that they probably would fine them, and they did, which is $2.5 million is a drop in the bucket. But the SEC charges for the world's largest asset manager came on the same day as a DTCC listing of its spot Bitcoin ETF was spotted. However, that's kind of weird. A spokesperson from DTCC confirmed that the listing has been there since August. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has fined investment advisor BlackRock Advisors $2.5 million, accusing it of failing to accurately describe investments in the entertainment industry that comprised a significant portion of a publicly traded fund it managed. According to the SEC's filing between 2015 and 2019, unbelievable, BlackRock's multi-sector income trust made sizable investments in a print and advertising business called Avalon Group and worked in one of 2 films annually through its loan facility, blah, blah, blah. The SEC alleged that BlackRock incorrectly referred to Avaron, or whatever you say, as a company that provided diversified financial services and a number of bits annual. So basically what this is saying, I don't want to necessarily go into it with you guys. You can always find this. This is on Cointelegraph. But I don't know what this is. Is this like a domination? Trying to dominate what's going on in the industries, or try to manipulate because they know something's going on? And on these live streams, I'm pretty shoot from the hip here, guys, because I think that the SEC is grasping for anything right now, because they are getting they're getting shit hammered, right? They're losing cases. They're like 3-0 against Ripple, which was a huge victory for Ripple. They've got cases against stuff going on with Binance, and they got stuff going on with Coinbase and all these different cryptos. You got to think, how many more can they come after? And then they decide to do this with BlackRock. It's a sum, it's a fine, it's going to go away. And I think that this will be forgotten quickly, but it's just really interesting that they decided now to come after BlackRock. And I was like, whoa, I heard about this Monday night. I was like, oh my God, it's crazy. But I don't know. I think these little stories, these little things coming up, Bitcoin is on a trajectory now. And honestly, unless something really comes up and changes things, I think we're still going to see a slow upward, right, with Bitcoin. But I'm not done yet, because I want to show you guys something. And let's see here. Let's come back over here. All right. So now I'm not going to get so much into the whole political stuff, but so this is the trigger. Arthur Hayes says it's time to bet on Bitcoin. Now, don't forget the Bitcoin halving is going to be next year in the spring. I think April, I believe. So what a lot of people have been saying is Bitcoin faces watershed moments thanks to this inflammatory cocktail of inflation spurred by war and a 1 million price is still possible because of all this. Now, again, I really don't want to get into the whole political aspects of it, but this, again, people are saying that Bitcoin is going to could reach $1 million. It would have to, for that to come up that high from where we are now at 34,000, that would be insane. But nothing is impossible. And this just, if we go down here, it just talks about, wartime inflation, drive Bitcoin and gold prices up, yada, 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 yada. Long-term U.S. Treasury bonds offer no safety for investors. Their money will seek out alternatives. Gold, and most importantly, Bitcoin will begin rising on true fears of global wartime inflation. Just scrolling down here. So this is, And this is basically saying it's like we're capitalizing on everything that's going on globally. Do I think, more importantly, do you think Bitcoin can make $1 million? Do you guys think Bitcoin can make $1 million? What do you guys think? So if you have any Bitcoin at all, even if it goes up to an all-time high, that's still going to be where it is now. It's at what, 1x. So now I do want to put this out there for those of you watching. When it comes to crypto, Bitcoin has such a tremendous market cap. It's so high in price right now that, and this is just me, okay? The majority of my portfolio is not Bitcoin. And I'll share with you why I'm doing that. Yes, I do have some BTC. I don't have any Ethereum right now. I have the majority of my other investments in lower cap altcoins. ADA, HBAR, VeChain is another one, right? These are lower price tags. Let's face it. One Bitcoin right now is $35,000, rounding up, right? Where you can go and buy, say, for example, you can, even if you buy an Ethereum, that's what, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 right now. Or you can go VeChain, 5 cents. Not even, no, VeChain is like a cent. Or Gala, which is a cent and a half. And you think of, if I want to 5x, 10x, 20x my money, what do I want to invest in? Do I want to invest in something that is already astronomically high for most of us to get involved in? Or like for a couple $100, do I want to put my money into, say, ADA, which is at what, 26, 27 cents right now? Don't forget its all-time high was just about $3. Think of that. And also think about the next bull cycle probably being the best one, or the most bullish cycle that we've ever experienced in crypto. Diversifying your portfolio and, investing in these low cap altcoins that can give you 20x, 30x, 50x maybe. So you have to think about that, and we have to think about that. Like, is that what I want to do? Or do I want to put all my money in BTC or Ethereum? Now, I think Bitcoin's a hedge. And again, Bitcoin's good because that's going to be the standard no matter what. Bitcoin is it. If you want your money to be someplace that's really not going to get messed with or rugged or whatever, then BTC is going to be it. However, I do think that there are tremendous crypto projects that are fantastic. Again, do your own research and you decide which ones are fantastic for you, that your investment is going to give you more of a 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x, maybe 100x, as opposed to BTC, which you might get 2x, maybe 3x in this upcoming bull run. If Bitcoin is to hit $1 million, the market cap would be out of control. And also, could it happen? Yeah, of course it could happen. Do I think it's going to happen in the next bull cycle? I don't think so. But who the heck knows? We don't know. A lot of it's now, we're in a place in the past 2 years where we should have been accumulating. This is the time. This has been the time. Whenever we go into a bear cycle, that is an opportunity, depending on your mindset, to dollar cost average in, to really take time and research, because you don't have to rush through crypto projects. You don't. You don't have to go through, oh my God, you have that FOMO going on. You don't have to worry about that when we're in a bear cycle, because everything is down. And even if you buy a crypto project, and here's the thing that kind of gets me a little bit, is when we're in a bull cycle, things are going to be going up exponentially, crazy. So even if you buy now, even if you buy a crypto project that's in the green right now, we're still in the red. So it's one of those things where if you're waiting. Now again, this has to be you have to decide that for yourself. You have to feel like, oh man, okay, I want to get in now. I've done all my research. And if you're dollar cost averaging, which I'm a huge proponent of, when you're DCAing in on stuff, you can just sit back and chill. Because every week, every other week, every month, whatever, you're investing in whatever your cryptos, or maybe you have it rotating, or maybe you have it done automatically for you, right? You can sit back and you don't have to worry. Now I think is a really good time, because I don't know how long it's going to last, where you can just accumulate more of your favorite cryptos. And if you have a crypto project or projects where you're able to stake and earn rewards for securing the network, even better. ADA, HBAR, right? There's tons of projects out there where you can stake. We'll see how long that lasts, but that's something to also consider. So there's a lot of factors going on. So when we're talking about Bitcoin, we've seen just a small glimpse of what it can do. A small glimpse of what a bull market now, especially if you've never been through one before and all you're dealing with is this, a lot of people are going to come in late. A lot of people are going to come into this like when we're already jamming up in price, when we should have been doing this from the get-go, right? From December of 2021, when we really started kicking into high gear, and all of 22, and then now into 23. I mean, this has been almost a 2-year run, guys. A 2-year bear cycle. So imagine when we hit the bulls and the bulls start running rampant. I think it's going to be fast and hard, man. And if you're going to be doing catch up, because there's a lot of people that are going to come in. They just are. They're going to be coming in way up here when they could have easily, but again, it's also when they could have easily purchased at a lower price, because I look at everything as a discount price. That's the way I look at it. Bitcoin, even though it's 34,000 or whatever it is, 35,000, when we hit, I could see that hitting back up to its all-time high for sure in the next bull, and surpassing it. So, that's something to consider when we're dealing with how do we have a strategy? What is our strategy for this next upcoming bull cycle? If you don't have one, you really may want to consider creating, what am I going to do now? What am I able to do now? Because again, you only want to invest money you can afford to lose. What am I going to do now? And when I hit this bull market, what is my strategy for that? That's only from me. Still continue to DCA on the cryptos, on my positions, but I will be taking profits. And I already have strategies in place for when that happens. Like, what are my price points? What percentages am I going to be selling off? That's already done. So I don't have to try to think, let's see here, if I do this, I know that if my certain crypto reaches this amount, I'm going to sell off 10% of it. And then 5% I'll keep, 5% I'll put in cash and hold out until it drops and then reinvest. So I already have that in my head. And you can do whatever you want to do. But remember, no one ever went broke taking profits. If you're waiting to go up, you're gambling. Give yourself a reward for all the hard work that you've invested and all the time. Because guys, you've been through it, man. Right? All the negative stuff going on with regulations, all the stuff with the SEC, all people snickering, oh, crypto's not a real currency, or crypto's a scam, or crypto's this or that. We've had to deal with that stuff for the past 2 years. I think that's going to change when all of a sudden we start hitting the bull cycle, and then all of a sudden people are going to be like, oh, wow, Bitcoin, whatever. And then you get into everything else. Gaming is going to be a huge industry, I feel. Web3 gaming. And Gala. So Gala is, I cover them a lot. I've kind of backed off. They've been having some challenges, and they've got some stuff they need to work out. But I do feel that they will be a leader in Web3 gaming when all is said and done. They were up to 83 cents. That was their all-time high. They're at under 2 cents now. So depending on where your headspace is Again, you're doing your research, you know what's going on, you're educated, joining the groups. You want to make sure that you're joining Telegram, you're joining Discord, you're in the communities, right? So you're entrenched, you're in there, you're in the front line, so you know what's going on. It's not something that's like a trickle down effect, right? And we had that happen with when Gala was going to be delisted on Coinbase back in April or May, I think it was. And you had time to get your crypto out because it was not going to be supported, blah, 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 blah. There was people out there who weren't paying attention, and they lost all their Gala because they just put it in there and they said, well, you know what, we'll just let it sit there, let it ride, and not check and not pay attention on what's going on with the news. And then unfortunately they lost everything. Now, who knows if Coinbase will relist Gala V2. That would help it, but we can't count on that. So you really need to stay mindful and stay paying attention on what's going on in the markets, because especially when the bull cycle hits, things are going to move quick. And getting up in the morning, having your coffee, reading the news, or I may be doing this. I may be coming on it during the mornings and just chatting with you guys and letting you know what's going on, getting started for the day. Because crypto, I think, has tremendous possibilities to change people's lives, but it's not the end all be all. Remember, go out, enjoy life. The last bull cycle, I was getting up in the middle of the night, looking on my phone, checking everything out, and then all of a sudden, we hit it, and I'm going crazy trying to make sure, okay, how much did my cryptos go up today, or this or that. But there's more important things in life. So go out, enjoy life, but be educated, know what's going on, and stay focused. Guys, I'm going to and stay positive. Stay focused on your goals and stay positive, right? Because we're going to come out of this, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for joining me this morning over coffee, and let me know you're here. Even if you see this on the replay, come on back, put a comment section, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's a small click for you, but it's a big deal for me. Thank you so much for joining me, and remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.